Today we're exploring one of the most memorable stories in the Bible, the story of Noah and the Great Flood. Even if someone has never opened the Bible before, they've probably heard at least something about Noah's Ark, animals walking in 2x2, and a massive flood that covered the earth. But behind those familiar images is a much deeper message. It's a story about human choices, consequences, faithfulness, and hope. It's about judgment, but also about new beginnings. So take your time and let yourself imagine each moment of the story as it unfolds. Long ago, humanity grew and filled the earth. The world was young and full of life, but something had gone terribly wrong. People turned away from God. Violence and corruption became normal. People hurt one another without remorse, and society began to fall apart from the inside. The world God created with beauty had become twisted, and God was deeply grieved by what he saw. The Bible doesn't show God as cold or distant. It describes him as affected, saddened by human choices. God decided something dramatic had to happen. The world needed to be washed clean. Humanity needed a fresh start. In the middle of all this darkness, there was one man who stood out. His name was Noah. The Bible describes him as a righteous man who walked faithfully with God. He wasn't perfect, but he was sincere. While the world around him ignored God, Noah lived differently. That alone set him apart. God spoke to Noah and told him that a flood would come, a flood that would destroy the corrupted world. But God also told him something else. He and his family would be saved. God gave Noah a mission that looked completely impossible: build an ark. Imagine hearing those instructions. Build a huge wooden ship on dry land, far from the sea. No shipyard, no tools beyond what he crafted, no modern equipment, just faith. God gave exact measurements, and this ark would become a floating home for Noah, his family, and animals from every species. God didn't tell Noah to invent a design. He gave him a clear plan. Noah simply had to obey. And so he began. Day after day, piece by piece, Noah worked. You can picture his neighbors watching, laughing, mocking, shaking their heads. Some probably thought he was out of his mind. But Noah didn't build for the approval of others. He trusted what God told him. True faith is not just believing quietly in your mind. It's acting on what you believe, even when you're misunderstood or alone. While Noah built, God prepared something else. At the right time, animals would come to the ark, male and female, from every kind. Imagine seeing pairs of animals gathering and lining up, from birds to large creatures. When the time came, Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives all entered the ark, and something striking happened. The door was shut, not by Noah, but by God. Then the rain began. First a drizzle, then a storm. The sky darkened and thunder rolled. Water poured from the sky, but that wasn't all. The fountains of the deep burst open from below. Water rose quickly. Rivers overflowed. Villages vanished. Hills disappeared, and eventually even mountains were covered. What seemed impossible became frighteningly real. Outside the ark, there was nowhere to run. Inside, Noah and his family listened to the pounding rain, trusting that the ark God designed would hold. The storm continued for 40 days and 40 nights. Everything outside perished. The world was washed clean. But life inside the ark didn't end when the rain stopped. The water stayed for months. Noah and his family lived surrounded by animals, caring for them, hearing every sound in that wooden vessel with nowhere else to go. They couldn't see what was happening outside. They simply waited. Sometimes God's plans don't move as quickly as we'd like. Sometimes faith means waiting. The Bible says God remembered Noah. Not that he ever forgot, but that the time for mercy and action had come. God sent a wind, and slowly the waters began to go down. very slowly. After months of waiting, the ark came to rest among the mountains of Ararat. Yet even then they couldn't leave immediately. The world had to dry. Noah sent out a raven, then a dove. The first dove returned with nothing. Later, another came back with an olive leaf. Life was returning. Finally, a dove didn't return at all, and Noah knew the time had come. When God told him to leave the ark, Noah stepped out into a quiet world, washed clean. The air must have felt fresh after so many months. The ground was new, untouched, ready for a new beginning. Noah didn't start rebuilding his life right away. His first act was worship. He built an altar and thanked God for saving them. And God made a promise. He would never again destroy the earth with a flood. He placed a rainbow in the sky as a sign of that promise. So every time we see one, we're reminded of God's mercy and His patience. This ancient story teaches several important lessons. Human choices matter and have consequences. Faith sometimes looks strange to the world. God judges evil, but He also provides a way of rescue. Even after disaster, God brings renewal. And God remembers His people, even when circumstances feel silent or hopeless. So whenever you see a rainbow stretching across the sky, let it remind you that God keeps His promises. Let it remind you that new beginnings are possible, no matter how dark life might seem. This ancient story carries a message that still speaks today, inviting us to walk with God, trust Him, and believe that hope can rise again, even after the storm. If this story encouraged you, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, and share it with someone who needs a little courage today. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, inspiring Bible stories told in a clear and relatable way.